Dropped out of college and got a job as a bike courier. Mostly just to piss off my parents. I was someone you'd never notice. Just a guy delivering packages to folks you'd never know. And then one day...
Hello, I'm here representing Rumspringa INK, and this is the review of Infamous 2. Infamous 2 does exactly what you want your sequel to do. It not only keeps a lot of the original gameplay in, but it adds to it. If you didn't play Infamous 1, that's okay. One of the things that Infamous 2 does at the beginning is it gives you one of those cutscenes that will tell you everything that happened in Infamous 1 and do it in a very good artistic manner. One of the really cool new powers to Infamous 2 is the iconic powers. The iconic powers will let you unleash a massive attack that'll take down numerous amounts of enemies in a really visually appealing manner. Along with adding in iconic powers, they also added in a melee attack. As you can see on his back, you will wind up having basically a giant electrified guitar tuner that you can attack with. While it sounds kind of funny, it actually works very well with this game. They have also added in a few different variations of the normal attacks you will wind up having. Take, for instance, you'll have a few different thunderbolts, you'll have a few different energy grenades, and you will also have a few different pushes. The movement system is back, with a few more additions like lightning tethering. I'm not going to fully explain what that is because you get it later in the game, but it is a really cool looking thing that you get that is very helpful to those of you that is collecting the blast shards. Yes, the blast shards are back, but I do think that Sucker Punch listened to a lot of people when they said that there were too many and too hard to find. And what they wound up doing is later in the game, after you complete so many side quests, you will be able to pick up essentially a sixth sense for where they're at.
Unless you expand your abilities, become powerful enough to use this.
Another ray sphere.
No. Ray field inhibitor. I call it the RFI. Think of it as an anti-ray sphere.
So instead of giving powers, it takes them away.
Precisely. With that device, you can combat the beast. Subtract his abilities.
Cole will have a new enemy in this game. The enemy's name is the Beast, and he is just that. He destroys everything in his path. But that's not going to be his only enemy. He will also make enemies with swamp-type things and a group called the Militia, who is on a search to destroy everything that they deem as deviants or freaks of nature, which apparently Cole is, because he shoots lightning out of his hands. You will once again have the option to play as either good or bad, but either way, my recommendation is you dedicate to one path or the other, because if you're not dedicated to one path or the other, you're really weakening your character down, and it will make for a much harder game. Which is actually one of my biggest problems with this game and the franchise in general. You don't make decisions based on individual occurrence so much as you make a choice solely for the fact that if you choose the opposite, you will be weaker for that choice. Which brings me to my next problem with this game. It doesn't matter which side you play as, because the story will remain pretty much the same. The only difference is the environment around you, like the people will boo you and you will be more hated for it. But all in all, I would like to say that Infamous 2 is a great game and a great addition to the series, and so I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Join us at our rumspringaink.com/forums. Thank you. Goodbye.